Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Today I'll be presenting to you the second video assessment for proofreading and editing 2. So for our first assessment, we had to do a report based on an abstract. We had to analyze the errors and find out the context, content, and language. So in this presentation, I'll be presenting to you the things that I have found based on the report. So let's get right into the slides. So we will be going over the original reports and then a report summary, which are the basic summary of the errors that I have found, and then the language errors, which are the examples, and then content summary, which summarizes all the contents of the abstract, and lastly, the conclusion. So here, as you can see, this is the first page of the original report. So this is the second page of the original report. Now for the third page of the original report. Moving to the fourth page of the original report. And lastly, the final page of the original report. So here is the report summary. As you can see, it is divided into three groups: punctuation, capitalization, and word choice. So punctuation, it is an error based off the mechanics of grammar. In the abstract, we can see there are errors of missing commas, incorrect comma placement, unnecessary quotation marks, and inconsistent hyphenation throughout the text. Moving to capitalization, it is the most common error found in the abstract. So capitalization errors are just like based off its the term. It is words that are capitalized unnecessarily throughout the abstract. There are tons of descriptive phrases that are depicted as proper noun, which is inherently incorrect. Moving to the third category, word choice. Word choice error are mainly involving inappropriate lexical selection, misuse articles, and subject verb agreement problems. It is words that are used incorrectly based off the context of the writing. So now let's go over the errors. We'll start off with punctuation. As you can see, the red one highlights the errors found in the abstract, while the blue one represents the corrected version of the abstract. So for the first error, you can see that the title lacks a comma, which is added into the corrected version in order to differentiate between two items, and it is required as formal writing style requires a comma. Let's move on to the second one. The second example shows that wished for lacks a hyphenation. Hyphenation is required because it makes the word function as an adjective, and making an adjective works as a compound modifier in the sentence. And then let's move on to the third example. For the third example, as you can see, the years has an apostrophe. It is actually unnecessary because the apostrophe makes it refer to something, while the 1950s is something it does not actually. The 1950s is actually a set of year, a decade, not a singular year. Thus, making it representing the period of a time, not a single ownership of a year. So now let's move on to the language errors of capitalization. As you can see, for the first example, abstract is capitalized, but it's actually unnecessarily capitalized because it does not refer to a specific thing or term in the context. Thus, it should not be capitalized. Moving to the second example, differentially susceptible should not be capitalized because it is a descriptive phrase, not a proper noun or a jargon of the context. For the last example, treatment does not refer to anything specific or works as a jargon in the context, thus, it should not be capitalized. So now let's discuss about the language errors of word choice. As you can see in the first excerpt, there are two errors seen. The first one, years, is replaced by period because in the sentence leading up to the error, the sentence has no mention of a specific date or duration, making it very ambiguous if we leave it at years. And for the second error, perverting, it is replaced by distorting because perverting works vaguely in the context of the writing and it does not fit the theme of the concept they are talking about. And lastly, it is added to complement the sentence by making it refer to the developmental process referred in the text. So now let's check out the second error of word choice. As you can see, whereas is replaced by in contrast. This is because whereas is only used when it is used to introduce a short and simple sentences, whereas in contrast is used to introduce longer sentences and clauses. So we've used in contrast to further smooth the sentence and improve the readability. Besides that, we added punctuation in order to improve the pacing for the excerpt. So now let's check out the last language error of word choice. As you can see, characteristic is replaced by characteristics because it refers to the patient's set of traits. It does not refer to a single specific thing, hence making it a plural subject. So now let's talk about the content summary. So for context, the paper talks a lot about BPD, also known as borderline personality disorder, with the intention of introducing new idea that challenges how people perceive and the preconception of what BPD is in order to get fresh new ideas and perspective. So for content, BPD is not inherently caused by neurological and biological factors. Rather, it is influenced by social and situational factors. A lot of outside influence can manage to make someone adopt BPD. Of course, organization wise, has lots of run on sentences. For language, it has lots of capitalization errors, punctuation errors, and of course, word choice errors, which results in grammatical subject verb agreement mistakes and the lacking usage of articles, which makes the writing feels a little bit unprofessional. So before I end this presentation, I'd like to conclude that this report covers an abstract that contains lots of information and knowledge regarding BPD, but it also contains lots of mechanical language errors such as punctuation, capitalization, and word choice, which in turn results in reduced of clarity, readability, and professionalism. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I hope this video will become beneficial for those who views this video, and I hope that my explanation is clear and concise for everyone to listen and learn. Thank you so much.